Hey, what's up? It's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And, and I would like to say happy Friday to everybody. Hopefully, Friday's going well. Going into the weekend, everything runs smooth. And that, it could be something enjoyable. That's what we can hope for, right? But shit, just, what's up, Sean Estep, my man? What's going on, man? Hopefully, everything's good with you, man. Shit, yeah, man. Glad to have you here, man. Happy Friday, man. Appreciate all the love you've been showing me and everybody else, man. Thank you for that, man. Kind of you, man. Appreciate you. Hell yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Hey, do you collect anything, man? If you do, please, if you could throw it in the chat, I would love to know. Comic books, movies, action figures, toys, certain lines, anything, man. Anything, let me know. Me, I'm an avid collector of just a few things. Comic books, of course, DVDs, Blu-rays. That I just can't get enough of that, man. I own so much shit, Sean, man. I don't think I'd be able to watch everything in my lifetime. But that's not the whole point. The whole thing is having access, unlimited access to whatever you want, whenever you want it. You don't have to subscribe to nothing. You don't have to pay for nothing. Of course, you pay for the, to have your movies, but everything's physical media, man. The only way I lose out on what I own is somebody has to come in and fucking steal it from me, take it from me. And that's a whole nother story. But if it ain't that, or, force of nature, flood or some bullshit, destroying the collection. If it ain't nothing like that and the collection just, stays, with me or whatever, then it's just like unlimited shit that I could watch for the rest of my life. What's funny about that? It's like Hollywood could shut down and not make another thing ever again. Not another movie, not another TV show, another cartoon, nothing. And out of all the shit that is ever put out in its almost 100-year of existence, 100 plus years of existence, there's enough shit for everybody to watch that would exceed anybody's lifetime. You know that, man? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. There's enough shit to watch, good or bad. There's just enough stuff to watch that's been made and created and put it out and put out there in the world to where if nothing else was to ever get made ever again in the existence of the world, man, we still got enough shit to watch, man. And not one person can watch it all. Huh? What does that tell you, man? Shit. Since the last couple of years, I spent digitally recording everything I could that I liked so that I can eliminate the services like you. So much to watch, I don't even worry about the new stuff except reviews. Yeah. I agree. I agree. It's funny. I really do appreciate cinema. I really do. I don't know who I was telling. I was telling somebody shit that, the result, I'll go into a pawn shop and of course, I'll buy a DVD for $1, right? But it's like whatever I buy, that $1 that I spent on this DVD is the results of millions of dollars that was put into this one project, you know, good or bad or whatever. And this DVD that I'm buying for $1. It's like, man, you know, if you really look at the, if you look at everything that, good or bad, if you look at all the effort that people put into, some stuff, and just to know that you get to experience it for little or nothing after people spent millions and millions of dollars to create it. It's like, it's feels like it's a gift, man. These people, they put millions and millions of dollars, hundreds and hundreds of hours of recording and editing and rewriting and reshoots and all this other shit, right? To just make this movie or TV show come to life. And at the end of the day, I spent $1 just to take it home with me and to enjoy it. There's some shit, man. Like from you and Loki and Clobber and Times, all the streamers I value and get more entertainment from you all than what Hollywood dumps out anymore. Hell, the independent creators. Hell, the Iron Age. Yeah, hell you too, man. Thank you, man. It's a hell of a compliment. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. ZBR, what's going on, man? Zombie Reviews is in the house, man. Hopefully everything's good with you, man. And thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll be on for about an hour. So I got about 50 more minutes, man. But I definitely wanted to come on and, see how folks were doing and, just get a chance to talk to y'all for a minute, man. Damn. Amber Alert, huh? Aphasis, how's it going, brother? Hell to you, man. Thank you for being here, man. Shit, my man. My brother. How's it going, man? Yeah, I wanted to come on and, like I was saying, come on and see how folks were doing. Catch up with y'all. Tomorrow I'll be on, me and Stone Loki and Clobber and Times. We'll be on with Paulie Latino Slant, 1 p.m. Central Time. I don't know what p.m. Central. And we'll be talking comic books. We'll be talking DC on film, what's happening, what's going to happen, different stuff like that. And yeah, we'll be kicking it with Latino Slant for about 2 or 3 hours. He'll be, helping me with my GoFundMe, and I'm very appreciative of that. Very thankful, for him and everybody else that has taken the time to share or donate or just give a word of encouragement. Everything means a lot. I'm very thankful. I appreciate you all. So yeah, that's oh man. Yeah. So, man, I hope all is well with you, man. You know what, man? I'm thankful to be here with y'all, man. That's shit. I'm trying to get back in the mode of streaming a lot. Robert, Aphasis, he'll tell you, man. I mean, I stream a lot, and then I didn't stream so much, like once a week, and going through ups and downs and everything. But I'm just trying to get back in the mood. I got a game plan set before me. Loki and Mexican Iron Man helped me with a few things, and I'm just trying to adjust, live stream more, and get accustomed to talking to y'all again like I used to. It's not too hard. It's just being consistent with it. But I know I can't always do it at the same time every day. So that's why they're pop-up lives, because never know when I'll pop up. So shit. But other than that, I'm just thankful to be here, man. Yeah. There you go. Everybody saying what's up to each other. That's some good shit. Aphasia says, I'm sure I asked, but may have been drinking at the time. Silver season 1 bracelets or gold season 2. There may be a display stand as well. Holy shit, a display stand. That would be awesome. To be honest, I would love to have this the silver. The silver would be awesome. And you did ask me, and I said silver. Zachariah 315 says howdy 24 in chat, and we are joined by the man with the master plan, Pat S. What's going on, Pat?
Hey, brother. Do I sound okay? I'm on the phone.
Yeah, man. You sound good. We can hear you.
Good enough, dude. So what are we talking about today? I just got off the phone with a doctor for my brother. He's got some stuff going on. All good news. He's still in remission with the cancer and everything.
Right.
So we were doing a quick follow-up and all. So I joined as quick as I could, and I did it on the phone. What's our topic?
No, actually, no topic. Just kind of saying what's up. People are just showing up. Told everyone I'll be on for about an hour. So,
Sounds
just saying
good.
hi to everybody.
I'll hang as long as I can. I could certainly get till about 3:15 for sure. So
yeah. That'll be awesome. And by like 3:30, I'll be heading out for myself. So I appreciate that, man. We just kicking it, man. We just, I was just telling everyone that, having physical media and having movie, having your own stuff, it's always, it's a good thing to have, instead of just relying on streaming services and stuff like that.
Yeah. I could tell you this. As you know, some of y'all could see my Tauntaun with Han Solo on it that my nephews just found today. Good boys. Can you imagine kids in their teens and very early 20s still respect and like that stuff? I'm always impressed by that. But yeah, dude, we've been picking up some CDs of all things and some regular DVDs and Blu-rays. We go through them, we keep what we want. You'd be amazed at how much some of that stuff sells for. I sold a couple of CDs last weekend on eBay. I think we paid $30 for a box of about 55. And I've seen them go as cheap as 25 cents a piece, dude. And there was some we just didn't like. I try to keep a lot of the New Orleans stuff, a lot of the indie stuff, a lot of the stuff that people like that we don't have. Like I got like 6 or 7 Doors CDs, and there's about 2 or 3 of them I've never owned.
Right.
But I sold 3 or 4 of those kind of rare CDs, dude, that I bought. Like I said, paid about $1.25 a piece for, which, like I said, can be a little bit high.
Right.
And sold one for $24 and sold another one for $17. So we more than made a profit on that box with just selling 2. So I tell people all the time, especially if you live like where I live, I'm in New Orleans, but I'm on the other side of the river of where New Orleans is. So we got a lot of yard sales and stuff like that. A lot of older people that are cleaning out their houses and stuff and everything. And you'd be amazed at the stuff we find. A lot of it is them with their stuff their kids left behind, dude, which is always amazing to me. And I've even said to him, hey, did you because sometimes I feel bad, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to buy this for $1 from these people. do you even know what you have? Did you ask your son or daughter if they wanted to keep this anymore? And they tell me 9 times out of 10, yeah, they have. And I've asked them to come get it. And they either flat out tell them no, or just like, oh, mom, I'm going to come get it. And 2-3 years later, they still haven't come to God, you know? So, but at least with us, it's going in somebody's hands. You know, the boys keep a lot of the stuff. They're big collectors, and the other stuff that we don't, we pass it on. We either give it away or sell it or whatnot.
Well, shit. Let me know what's going on with it, man.
I hear you. So who we got in chat, man? Let me see. I'm gonna pull y'all up on my not working microphone tablet while we're talking.
No, you're
what
good,
you got
man.
going this? What you got going this weekend besides tomorrow, of course, which is kind of a big deal.
Well, I mean, other than tomorrow, just the Primetime Kings on Sunday.
You going out? You doing anything? You actually going to leave the house?
No, actually, I am not leaving the house this weekend. Tonight, if Loki does his late night with Mexican Iron Man show, then I'll be on with them tonight. And tomorrow, I'll be catching up with the Comic Book Roundtable, hanging out with Paulie Latino Slant, and then Thursday, hanging out with the Primetime Kings. And other than that, I'll just be dropping videos all in between all that. So that's about it.
Let me ask you this. I'm getting a feeling,
sure,
and I could be wrong, and people have said this all, like Kathleen Kennedy's been leaving Disney and Star Wars for the last 12 years, right? But let me ask you this. Doesn't it feel like to you that there's definitely some stuff coming to a head, that there's, with all this stuff failing, that we're going to see either a big time rest? I mean, I think they've all but said that with like Marvel and Star Wars. I think they're going to certainly go through the next phase with Marvel, but I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see some stuff cut. You're definitely seeing shows dropped and things like that. The Ryan Cannell did a good video on how basically the Rian Johnson trilogy is dead. I mean, it just isn't anywhere on anybody's plan chart. You know what I mean? So do you feel the same things happen with DC and Marvel and other stuff? Because there's definitely, I mean, look, here's another product. You might not like it. I loved it growing up as a kid. It means something to me. But it doesn't seem like they're doing anything with the Muppets right now. And that was a huge, when Disney bought the Muppets, I don't know if you guys remember that, because it was a while ago. It was pretty much after Jim Henson passed. His kids basically sold the rights to Disney. And boy, have they not done anything really good or productive with that. And it doesn't look like there's anything coming up with it. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, actually, I've done videos about the Muppets. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those.
I've seen some of them. That's why I'm saying, how long has it been since you've done one? That's my point. You know what I mean? Like, there ain't nothing going on.
Well, I mean, the only thing we've been hearing is like all the bad shit. And, you know, I mean, they came out with a show about a year and a half ago, and that didn't set well with people. So, I don't know. It's like Disney became this big old, it became Pac-Man of fucking franchises, man. And every franchise is a power pellet, and it's been gobbling its way through shit. And now the thing is that they've bought out stuff that they can't put out properly. They bought up Star Wars just to destroy it. They bought up Pixar just to screw it over. Like right now, Pixar is a shell of what it was. So is Star Wars.
No doubt.
And I mean, and Marvel thrived until it stopped thriving, until it didn't thrive anymore. So it's like, okay, well, it's like, Marvel was probably the most successful thing that's come out of, stuff that they purchased, but at the same time, look at the direction that is went. And it's like, oh boy. Look, I'll be honest, if Disney was smart, they need to do something, and they need to give Star Wars back. And I mean, I know they won't do it, but if the thing is, there's no point in holding on to something that you're going to tear down more. They'll destroy it more than just consider selling it or giving it back to George, or selling it back to George at that.
Yeah, they could even keep, I would say, let him be a silent partner, keep 49% of it, keep 40, you know what I mean? And then let him do the work or somebody else. Now, I will tell you this. George might not be the best person. He might be great. Like, let's make him president or whatever and sit over the board or the group of people for the next 5 years or so, because he's getting up there in age. But he needs to personally pick somebody that he knows is going to be great. Because I think a lot of people say, well, he thought that about Kathleen Kennedy. All right, maybe he did. I don't know. But he made that mistake. I think he's learned from that mistake. Kind of like how he learned with the sequels that maybe he's not the best person to be doing this anymore. And to find somebody who really loves the franchise and knows it and kind of turn that over to them and see if there's something they could do to salvage it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I think that's what I think they should do. Will they do it? Probably not. But I will say this. At some point, they're going to have to consider selling some of these rights off for some of these properties, because they're like a kid who gets every toy for Christmas. They just don't know what to play with, and they don't spend any quality time with any of it. That's how it feels to me. You know what I mean?
That's a very good analogy. Yeah, you're right about that. The one thing is not knowing what happens after this. Once there's supposed to be some thousands of people losing their jobs pretty soon, and this chick was the first one to go, amongst many that are yet to come. And the thing is after you get rid of all these people, what happens then? Who replaces these people? And are the people that are left going to be better than the 4,000 you just got rid of? So it's like after the dust clears, it's not going to make any difference if you still got a whole band of fucked up people in there. Still, it'll just be less of them.
Yeah.
But then what changes?
But
so basically, if the fundamental thinking, if the fundamental woke thinking is still in there, they can get rid of so many people. But if everybody's still thinking the same way, nothing changes.
You make a great point. I can tell you this: what the first thing they need to do is hire a comic book geek or historian. Like, if somebody's somewhat serious, there's so many great stories out there they haven't touched, but you need somebody who understands it. Great example of that is the Eternals. The biggest mistake, what did people, you're a comic book guy, you know what I'm going to talk about when I say this before I even say it. When people talk about the Eternals and why it was such a great book, what were people who are really comic book aficionados? And let me say this too. You got to kind of be an aficionado. The normal everyday, casually look at comics books people did look at the Eternals. But that book was successful and it was interesting and fascinating to the comic book industry and comic book collectors because of simply this: Jack Kirby's name on it and the weird yet cool and awesome and innovative artwork. So what do? You take that and you switch the story up and you change some stuff, and none of it looks like the actual book. That's why I'm saying they gotta, and that should have never been a $1-2-3 million movie. If they wanted to do something like that, they should have. And this is something I'll never understand with them either. You look at that Miles Morales stuff and everything and all that. Why they have Pixar? They have their own studios there. Why aren't they doing more animated Marvel stuff? Because let me tell you, like it or not, some of that what if stuff, and there's actually an episode or two that I didn't mind. Some of that what if stuff got received well. You know what I mean? Why aren't they doing more animation? If you'd have done an Eternals animated movie and stuck to the storyline of that thing, you probably would have gotten some interest in it. You probably could have released it in a theater. You probably could have done it for under $100,000. You know what I mean? And do it real art. Do real art. Have some people draw it, and they still exist out there. I don't understand why they're not thinking out of the box like that, and it's because, like I said, they have all the toys. They don't need to, you know. You get bored, you go play with this.
Right. So you think an Eternals animated movie would have done better?
Well, it couldn't have done much worse, could it have, my friend? I mean, let me tell you.
Right.
I think,
and I mean, if you, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna simply say, the way you get a movie like that done too is you go and you just interview 500, 600, 700 animators, and you bring in and say, look, you're coming in for one movie, you're coming in, you're not going to be working for Disney necessarily, you're coming in, you're more like a temp person, but here's a chance to make you tell me what you think, and and have them sit there and draw some stuff for you. And the first 15, 20 guys and gals that hand you stuff that look like Kirby's artwork, that's what you go with. You know what I mean? You get some inkers in there and you have some guys that gets that color palette. That's what you needed. I got to tell you, people would have been, young people like my nephews and stuff, they'd have been like, I've never seen anything like this before. They would have been amazed. Guys our age, Clobby's age and stuff like that, oh, dude, they'd be over the moon if you did something like that. Why not try to copy the original work? That's what made it so successful anyway. I mean, you tell me, what's your opinion on that? If I was in charge of Disney and I called you up and I said, hey, I want to do that, what would you tell me back? What advice would you give me? What would you agree with me or disagree with me?
Well, I mean, the thing is, Disney already has a whole bunch of in-house animators that they would probably go to, instead of
that would be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think, they would, they would have an easy picking of great animators to go with. I mean, if they wanted to just, they could have went to one of their highest grossing, one of the higher selling animated movies. A lot of their shit goes straight to DVD or whatever. So just see which one had, made the most money, because obviously they liked it for the story and for the animation, and get whoever did it and who put out those stories, and have them do something new.
I'm down with that too. If you own all this stuff, you got a lot of little things out there too.
Right.
That's what kills me. That's what kills me with DC. Some of the stories they tell are so dumb. When you have everything, can you imagine if they did like a little? It wouldn't have to be anything big, a mini series or whatever, animated live action on The Question, and made them really interesting. Now, I know what you might say, Pat. Do a lot of people know The Question? Are they going to think it's just a Rorschach ripoff? Do they know that Rorschach was more based on him than the other way around? Let's be honest here, because what came first? He did.
I mean,
but can you imagine if you did that? If you do a good Moonlight. Moonlight started out okay. It really lost its way. That's the biggest problem.
I mean, The Question. That's interesting. He's if I'm not mistaken, I think The Question came from Charleston Comics, right along with like Blue Beetle.
Yeah, that sounds exactly right. From that little group.
He came from Charleston Comics, and so he would actually, of course, he's like decades before Rorschach. I mean, maybe 15, 20 years before Rorschach.
One of y'all told me one time that what your boy Miller wanted to do there was he wanted to take those characters and use them, and then I forget, either they said no you can't, or he decided he didn't want to mess with that. And basically what he did was he based every one of those characters on sometimes just a real ripoff, right? Like
Right.
Oh, what's his name? That was the owl guy, was basically supposed to be Batman, right? And, yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's kind of like what the Authority is. If the team that James Gunn's gonna put out before the Justice League, the Authority, they're like a Justice League ripoff.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. That's basically it's like the same concept, same kind of deal. Hey, what's up, Lady Miss?
I love that. Hey, Lady Miss
in the house. Yeah, how you doing?
Lady Miss is everywhere.
Oh.
She is a true fan, sir.
I know she's awesome. Thank you for being here. She's actually she was actually the first person to ever show up to my live stream ever. Like the first live stream I've ever done ever. So thank you for that, Lady Miss.
You have a good memory. I don't know if I'd remember that. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was her and Brian, Speaker for the Dead. They they both showed up, and I was talking to them for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was like a test run of first time that I've ever went live on my channel, trying to figure out StreamYards and see if I created the stream right on my own, and I fucking just hit go live, and and I sat there and for a few minutes, and it was just me talking into the speaker and shit, and all of a sudden she popped in like, hey. I was like, yo, what's up? So yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so
let me ask you this, man. I've been
sure,
sending you some pictures of some stuff we've been finding and everything, but I want to ask you, what have you, other than your physical media, what have you been collecting lately? Have you found anything? Were you able to get some stuff when you moved into your new digs? Did you find some stuff you hadn't seen in a while and said, man, I really need to get some more of this or that? I'm curious now. I'm curious.
Well, actually, I was able to really see my whole movie collection together all at once, and that kind of blew me away, man.
Did you realize you're never ever going to have enough time to watch all this stuff again, or even for the first time?
Yeah. I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, but it's cool to just be able to have it, and can't watch it all. You can at least put it in and watch an episode of this or watch some of that, and yeah, man, it's just cool to have all this shit though, man. But other than that, it was just I was looking at some comic books, and I was like, well, not right now, but since things still a little rough, but when times get better, get back to trying to find comics, some comic books that I might need one day. But
do you have anything? I have never asked you this, and you have never shared this with me.
What's that?
Do you have anything slabbed? And for our friends out there that might not be 100% into comics, when I ask them about a slab book, I mean a book that's been graded and locked in a nice plastic casing that can't be opened without breaking the graded ranking on it and everything. So you guys have seen that before. If you haven't, just Google it. It'll come up. Graded Comics. There's 2 different companies that do most of the grading. And they can be very cool if you're not one who's tactile into your books and want to be able to touch them and read them. I guess if you own 2 copies, it may be kind of cool. But do you own any of those? Is that something that interests you? Or
actually, I own 1, 2, 3. I own 4, if I'm not mistaken. I own 4 graded comics. I own the first when Deathstroke, the Terminator, from DC Comics, he always fights the Teen Titans or whatever, the Titans.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
He has that mask that's like half orange and half black.
Right.
And he came out with a comic book series, his first comic book series ever. and I have issue number 1 in slabbed, graded. It's like a 9.8 or some shit like that.
Nice.
Then I have Dazzler number 1 graded, slabbed. That it was crazy. It was like the guy sold me like his whole Dazzler collection for like $15 a few years ago, and number 1 was graded. I was like, this guy has to be fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck. He just wanted to get rid of his shit. So I got graded number 1 and the whole Dazzler collection for nothing, and it was like, damn. So I wouldn't go past that shit up.
That's the deal of the century. You don't get those more than once every couple of years. Let me ask you this. Do you think the poor guy was on meth, or do you think it was one of those things he had been trying to sell his stuff? I could tell you this. I've one time with about 50 Hot Wheels. I was like, enough of this. They've been listed. I tried to sell them on Craigslist. I tried to sell them on eBay. And a guy he's like, hey, you got any Hot Wheels? I'm like, yeah, I got a box of 50. You can't pick through them. Come give me $25. I'll take it and go out with my friends and buy dinner or whatever. Do you think that's where he was with it? Do you think he was just like, he had tried to sell it, he wasn't getting anything for it? He was like, oh, you look like at least you give it a good home kind of thing.
Well, the time that I got it was during the time that when COVID hit and all the restrictions started happening and people were fucking losing their businesses left and right. You were able to really, I'm not sure what it's like now, because that's like, fuck. Dude, I haven't bought a comic book online since the times that I was doing those unboxings and shit, man. Like, when we, so that's like a long time ago. So I don't know what's going on, with like eBay and how people are fucking selling all their comic books online. I haven't checked with that in a minute. And, just because I have, I haven't had no money to do it's been rough, man. So I'm not, I ain't trying to spend no money towards that when there's other things more important. But, but just to see like, during a time like that, people were desperate. And this is the thing, when people were losing their businesses, a lot of people didn't have money to put all their shit in storage. So when people losing their businesses, they had to like if you look at a lot of people that were losing their businesses, they were basically taking comic books and putting, like, if they owned a house, their whole comic book store was either in their garage or it was partly like in their garage and in their house somewhere, like a spare guest bedroom, fucking filled up with their whole fucking comic book store. You got fucking long boxes and everything else all over the place. And you have people that just lost their business. They took all their inventory, bought it home, and they're like, well, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this? So the only way they can get rid of it, because they have a house full of shit and they have nowhere to put it. And hell, we got to get rid of this. And basically they started selling everything for, pennies on the dollar. And that was all the unboxings and all the shit that I was telling y'all. Like I was getting like fucking original Justice League comic books from like the 1960s, like issue 50, issue 60. I was fucking paying $2, $3.
I remember that.
I was sitting there unboxing. I was taking, like, I was showing the receipts. Like, look, man, I paid this much for it. Like, I'm not, like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I was like, shit, y'all can do it too. Like, I was showing it, like, it was comic books that I grew up my whole life sitting there looking at on the wall of comic book stores. And these were comic books I never thought I fucking owned. And all of a sudden they're available for like $2 or $3. Man, I was fucking scooping the shit out of, man. I was buying like old school Green Lantern comics for like less than $1. I cleaned up, man. If you go back and look at my live streams that I was doing, dude, I was unboxing and I was showing off comic books and I was paying nothing for everything that I've gotten. And shit, it was and the thing is, it would be interesting to see if you can still pick up comics like that right now. Just because things have been a little rough, I haven't, I'm not even going to tempt myself by looking, because I don't do nothing for me but, make me anxious. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I wish I could have this. I wish I don't want to be like that. So I don't even look. But you know, when things get a little bit better, man, I'm definitely gonna look again to see what things are looking like now that it's a year and a half, almost 2 years later now that since I've been showing off, since I showed off all that stuff. So it'd be interesting to see what what it's like buying comic books now, or has people have changed, started hiking up the prices on this stuff, or could you still get it for cheap? Basically, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest killer with eBay is whether you're buying or selling, because you could have $500 $2 items, right? And you could go, I make $1,000 with this, and you could, but here's the killer, and there's really nothing you could do about it. There's really nothing anybody could do about it. It is what it is, but it's always the shipping. You know what I mean? It's always the shipping. You have to ask people, like, okay, like if somebody bought 5 Hot Wheels from me, I'd go, hey, listen, do you like anything else that I have? Tell me now. I'll pull the lot, put it together, sell it to you, free shipping. I won't charge, you know what I mean? And
or at least combined shipping.
Yeah, you can do that, but of course the problem is with that too, you got to be a little bit careful, because I don't know if you know this trick or not, but a lot of times you can make $1 or $2 on shipping, because eBay is so massive and the post office makes so much money from, you get a discount. So when you sell like little $1, $2, $3 things, and you get a discount on your shipping by $2, let me tell you something, man, that's a boon. So it kind of goes both ways. If you could just sit on stuff, it's great. But I have a feeling comics are the same way. And, it's such a bummer. They really should let comics be sold through media mail, like you can with CDs. I tell people this all the time, too. Tell people if they're selling a graphic novel, right? If you're buying a continuum or something like that, they could put that as media mass mail. And you could ship a book that's up to 70 pounds for about the same amount of money. It's not going to cost you more than about $365, whatever it is right now. And then if it's real heavy, they add a little bit to it, but it's not much more. But as long as it doesn't have any ads in it, see, that's where they get you with the comics, which is kind of silly, right? Because it's like a comic from 1972. Let's be honest, you're not buying a pair of X-ray glasses from the ad in there for 99 cents sent to your house. Those ads are long gone. Those people and those companies don't exist anymore, that sold that stuff. So it really should be media mail. If you could do that with shipping, instead of having to charge somebody $6 to ship a comic book.
Well, the thing that I learned from buying I was unboxing, I was unboxing so many comics back then, man. When I was doing the pre-show, I'd come on Fridays and just be unboxing shit like crazy. And one thing I started realizing was I started selling some comic books, just a little bit here and there, nothing major. But then when I started selling comics, I started realizing that anything that's labeled as media gets a discount when it's being mailed at the post office. Records, books, comic books, newspaper, just like shit like that. So media, physical media, DVDs, the whole shit, all that stuff gets discounted. And I don't know. There's a thing with the post office that anything that's media gets discounted when you tell them, hey, this is a book, this is media, this is what it is. They discount it compared to, let's say, if you was just shipping a gift or some bullshit to somebody for a family member or whatever. When you let them know that it's media gets discounted. And like I said, there's a thing with somebody explained it to me, and I just can't remember what it is, but there's a relationship between media and the post office that for some reason, when you're shipping something that's a book or a graphic graphic novel or a newspaper or a record or a tape or a CD or something like that, just physical me, for some reason that shit it gets discounted.
Well, I can tell you where it comes from, sir. I know for a fact because it has to do with my old business, which was when I was a teacher. They did that for educational purposes. It's so you could mail books which are real heavy, right? Especially books, think of books in the 50s, 60s. Those things are real heavy. So for educational purposes, that's why I said it's the things like if they go, there's an ad and it doesn't count. There's comic books are a real gray area. I'll tell y'all a little secret too, and this didn't come from me. Hail Mexican Iron Man. Look at that.
Hail Mexican Iron Man, my brother. I missed you, man. How you doing?
That's a cat that does some unboxings. I like seeing his stuff when his mom's there. But with the media mail, before I forget, if you make a friend at the post office and you physically go in and say, hey, I'm shipping some books. Just say it like that, a comic book, whatever.
Right.
I need to do this media mail. If they know you, they know a lot of business. They know you're a nice guy. They know you're not trying to do anything shady for the most part. They'll put it in there. If your local post office takes it, there's less than a 1 in 1,000 chance that anybody that does the investigations is going to look and go, is this real media mail? I've been told that the main post office, especially in New Orleans, will on occasion pull something out, open it, check it, seal it back up and mail it again. But it's very rare. But definitely 100% CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays, y'all, 24 is 100% correct. That's media mail all day long. And if you buy something and you see somebody's not shipping it media mail, ask them. Because if they're doing it on eBay, all they need to do is go into the shipping thing and change it and tell them, say, look, you're saving some money. Now, they may like scoff a little bit because if they're trying to charge you $10 shipping, they might be making some money off that shipping. But tell them, say, look, if you do the media, look, you charge $10 for shipping, do the media mail, and I'll give you an extra $2. Do the media mail plus $2. You get to keep the $2. And I've seen before too, if you do like 10 media mails in a row, even the media mail will give you a little bit of a discount. So you're still making better with that,
Right. Well, the one thing I noticed was when I started seeing comic books. See, this is the one thing I figured out that it kind of pissed me off was when people were selling their comic books. They would sell their comic books for cheap. So I'm sitting there getting these I get Green Lantern. Oh, I got this fucking Green Lantern issue, fucking 40 something. And I paid $2 for it. Oh shit. And then I look at the fucking shipping and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And then I'm like, well, I know how much it costs to ship a comic. So the thing is,
and it's not $19.99.
Right. So this is what it is. So they make it to where the comic book is cheap. It's an old comic book. It's in mint condition. It's cheap as fuck. They're trying to sell it to you, and you're like, oh shit. So you jump at the price, but then they get you with the shipping because they know the rules. They're sitting there paying $2 or $3 to ship it, but then they're charging $7 or $8 for shipping. And so what it is they're making the money on the back end, the back end side from the shipping that, if they just would have been upfront. But see, the thing is, if somebody would have charged so much money for the comic book, nobody would have bought the comic book to begin with. So what it is people think they're getting a deal when they spend $2 or $3 for the comic book, but then they paying for it in the shipping and handling, and that's where they get fucked. And then, but they still think that it's a deal because, oh man, I paid $2, but damn. How hard is it when you're shipping and handling is more than what you paid for?
Yeah, 100%.
For the actual product.
It's a psychological thing too, right? Like we'll sell it for this and then we'll put some shipping and handling. The handling's the best part. Now I will tell you this, and I will say this, and I mean this in all honesty. If somebody's telling you, look, the shipping does cost me something, they might not be lying to you because let me tell you, a lot of times, especially if they sell a lot of stuff, you got to buy materials. You're going to eventually run out of free bubble wrap. You got to go buy that stuff. That does add up. Some people, in order to get their stuff, they might not live real close to their post office. If they live on a farm or a ranch or something, or even out in the sticks, they might have to drive some distance, or give the mailman a really nice Christmas present to make sure he takes care of your stuff when he picks it up, because they are supposed to do that at your door.
Right.
But that still does cost you some money. Maybe you got to stay home one day a week to make sure that stuff gets mailed so nobody comes and steals it off your porch, or you got to buy a lockbox. So there are some stuff out there. Look, I live in a good neighborhood in New Orleans, and you still got to keep an eye out. And I got a camera from the house, like pointed to the front door with a little placard on it that says, "This records 24/7." I don't mean you,
Yeah.
And we've been real lucky. I live across the street from a school too that's got a ton of cameras, so we don't have any of that shenanigans going on here. I've never had anybody on this street have anything stolen, but doesn't mean it can't happen around Christmas time. Right? Good luck to everybody, because it happens in the best neighborhoods. As a matter of fact, sometimes they go in really good neighborhoods to do that.
Right. Hey, before going any further, I want to say what's up to Psychodorf 9.
Yeah, nobody could do that, dude. There's only one.
Yeah, that's actually I probably could, but then it would be bellowing into the highest degree. You know what I'm saying? So I could probably do it. But
if I did it once,
that's me doing it
the day, because I'd be done.
Yeah. I could probably pull it off one time, and I would never be able to fucking do it ever again. But that's doing it without destroying me. So that's
I do have one last question for you. If I wanted to ship somebody a case of Fanta Zero Orange and a plush 2 foot, weighs about 2 pounds Alf doll, how much would that cost?
Well, the thing is, now
I know what you're gonna say. Drinks are heavy, man. 12 cans is a lot.
Yeah, I mean
pounds, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you have it on you, then you just have to just ship it straight up. But then, if it's something that you can get online, and wherever you're trying to ship it to, you get it shipped to that place. Let's say this Alf Fanta thing you're talking about. Let's say if you bought it in, South Carolina.
All right.
Right. And you wanted to get it shipped to somewhere in South Carolina.
I think I see what you're saying here. It might be
right. Then the
ship
shouldn't be that bad.
Buy the soda locally and have the soda sent locally.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And that way that should actually help with the shipping. So like, okay, well, you just bought this online. Where do we ship it to? Right down the street. You know what I'm saying? Where
you go.
Yeah, because it's it's in your area. So I'm just getting it shipped there. You're just paying for it.
And actually
you right. And I mean, and you might not even have to pay that much, because depending if it's local, hell, they might just fucking they might just fuck around and just ship it. Just hey, we'll drop it off first thing in the morning.
There you go. I like that.
So you never know. So sometimes it pays to purchase something in the area that you're trying to get it shipped to, and when they talk and when they say, hey, where we're delivering it to, well, hell, it's in the area, and then you don't have to worry about getting it shipped to you, and then you ship it off to that same place when it was already there to begin with.
What would be even nicer is you could buy them like a gift card for a local place that sells the Fanta, and then if they want to get the little extra snack or something for themselves, they could do that too. And then you just send them like an e-gift card or something like that. That costs nothing. That's like the price of the card and an email, right?
Right. Psychodorf 9 says it's all good. Yeah, man. Hopefully I said your name with with some kind of dignity, man. I know I didn't have the fire behind it, but I just didn't want to tear myself up real quick, man. What's up, Low Spec Linux Laptop? What's up?
Low Spec. Another friend that we see a lot of places. Yes, Psychodwarf 9. Actually, I do know the answer to that. I have had a cousin who was going through an illness, and my sister, brother, and I got together, and once a week we would send him a meal. We'd let him pick something he liked, and we'd send it through either DoorDash or Uber Eats, because he lived a couple states over from us. So in order to get it to him and everything and all that, it was a nice little treat, something fun to look forward to and everything while he was recuperating. He appreciated it.
It's like or annoying the neighbors. Yep, just screaming like a motherfucker, right? Yep. Yep. Like I say, man, but Loki, he's he got it in him for that, man. Like I said, I got it in me too, man. I just I just didn't want to do it, man. But I wanted to keep it, keeping it in the spirits of knowing that we appreciate that you in the house, man. Psychodwarf 9 is in the house.
That is
thank you for being here, man. Yeah, man. You and Low Spec, the lovely Sherry and Sean and everybody else, man. Yeah, thank you all for being here.
I hear you. Well, listen, my friend. I said I could aim till 3:15, and it's 3:30 now. So the boys are back in the house. I got to go look at some stuff and get them ready to start figuring out what we're going to do for dinner and stuff tonight. If I got to cook, I got to roll in there and get that done and everything. But thanks for having me on, dude. I'm doing good. Are you getting some hours, man? You getting some views? You got friends? I see Sunday nights growing bigger and bigger again now that you restarted that up a few months ago. So it's looking good.
I mean, we're just thank you, man. Yeah, we're just trying to take it one day at a time, brother.
I hear you. So we're gonna send a raid to Polly's tomorrow from Brandon. Brandon's gonna go right to 1. He's got Comics Division on, so we'll have a nice little crowd, and we'll take him over there for y'all and stuff. And
I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Hopefully you can make up the night. I thought that was a pretty funny thing. If you look at that text I sent you last, you'll see what happened to Brandon last night. Brandon was supposed to have 24 on y'all, and real life stuff. There was an Imperial entanglement that he had to deal with, and I think his lady kind of laid down the law and said, "You know what? You're on that computer an awful lot. I think you're going to do this family stuff tonight," because he was all bummed out. And I'm like, "Look, dude, you need to just suck it up and go. It's cool to go see your family, man. Don't even sweat it."
Yeah, yeah, it's on for one night.
But you got to keep your people happy, right? If you're going to do that and stuff, you got to make sure the significant other and the kids are taken care of and all. So I said, don't even sweat that, dude. I said, if you had to cancel on somebody, 24 is the one to do it on, because at least we could get him back later and he won't be mad at us. So go do what you got to do.
Oh no. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna see you tonight.
Ain't no getting mad. No.
I wonder if
there you go.
Iron Man's gonna make it tonight, dude. I hope he can. I know he's busy now. It only gets busier for the next few weeks for him, but. Yeah, gang, if y'all could come. What time's that start tonight, buddy? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? That goes kind of late, huh?
Yeah. That's 10 p.m. at Loki's Mischief. We'll be doing live with Mexi and Iron Man tonight. So
sweet.
It'll be great, All
right,
yeah,
kids,
we'll be there. Thank you.
I'll tweet that out tonight then, brother. Because it's the only thing I got going on Friday night anyway. So we'll get you some action. But thanks for having me on, dude.
Oh man, thank you, man. Shit, you take it easy, man. I'll holler at you a little bit later.
Yeah, all right, hit me up anytime. No problem.
All right, I will, man. There you have it, Pat S. Y'all know what's up, man. Yeah, man. So shit. There you go. Pat has had to bounce. I'll be getting up out of here in a minute. I know FNT started, or probably FNT already started. But just wanted to kick it with y'all for a little bit, man. It's always you guys always on, and I appreciate you, Psychodwarf 9. Thank you, man. My man Sean. Hell yeah. I can't wait till y'all start y'all channels, man. When y'all start y'all channels, I'm gonna definitely be subscribed. Like I'm subscribed to this guy right here. Low spec Linux laptop. Hell yeah. If you haven't subscribed to him, please do. He just started his channel on Rumble. So, you can check him out on Rumble, check him out over here. Subscribe. Please subscribe to him on both platforms. Lady Miss. Which her channel. Yeah. I'll be subscribing too. Hopefully I'll be the first one to show up at her live stream. Yeah, man. The one thing about all this, sometimes, when people go around with YouTube is, they don't know if they'll ever want to do any kind of content or not. Sometimes, a lot of us start off as people that just enjoy the platform for what it is. But then as time progresses and things happen, you see yourself wanting to get involved in the fight. And that was one thing that happened with me, man. Saw a lot of shit that was happening. I was like, nah, fuck that, man. I gotta jump into this shit, man. Shit, it's very important to me, man. A lot of people, don't think that this is a culture war, but it is, man. There's a lot of shit going on with this, man. And, you fall for it, or you don't, man. And, we're not falling for it. So, okay. My bad, y'all. I was, oh, wow. Damn, I like that. He said whatever else I had in mind. I'm now cat furniture. I feel you, man. Hey, this is wow. I like that, man. That's some cool shit, man. Wow. Very talented, man. Very, very talented. Hey, so Psychodorf 9, real quick before I bounce. I was curious. Are you collecting anything yet? I know Low Spec has I know he has a hell of a vinyl collection. I could smell it. I can smell it from here, man. I have a shitload of albums too, man. I love vinyl, man. Said, nah, got no room for storage. I understand that. Definitely understand that. Got me a collection of firearms. Oh shit. Huh. That's interesting. I love guns. Very interesting. Well, you know what, Psychodorf 9, you got good taste. So I already know you got good. I know you got good taste in guns, man. I already know you got good taste in guns. See, I was curious. Real quick, has F&T started? He said I had a bunch of vinyl. Stay away from crazy women. Yeah, man. Yeah, I understand that. Something happened to your record collection. Hate that. Hate to hear that. Had a bunch. Yeah. Well, you know, that's one thing I never. That's one thing I never allowed anybody to get touched or get close to my, to my shit. Just people know what I'm, folks, they like, let them know what I'm into, but never, like I'll let a chick know that, hey, I love collecting movies or whatnot, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna let her go through my shit. You know what I'm saying? So but to be honest, it takes time to let people in on stuff that you take. Just because you're fond of something doesn't mean that you automatically just invite people into your world. It has to take a little bit, for me to open up and be like, hey, look, check out my collection. I would have to know that you somewhat, even give a damn about what I'm into for me to just be like, hey, check this out. You'd be surprised how many people scoff at things that other people are interested in when they try to like invite them into their world. They'll look at something that, that you're into and be like, look down on it or whatever. It'd be like, all right, well, I know I can't show you this shit no more. So you'd be surprised. Heirloom, the backup gun my father-in-law carried for 25 years. Oh, I feel you on that, brother. Huh. George Benson CTI releases Zappa, some of it signed by his band members, gone. Whoa. $1975 Beretta. Oh shit. Damn. I don't let anyone touch my games or DVDs. You know what? That's the thing. The only way, I'm just being for real. The only way I'll let you around my collection is if I just I would know that, hey, you're a person that enjoys this, you care about this kind of shit, and you know how I feel about it. If you're a person that respects that, then yeah, you can come check my shit. But it's like, just anybody like, hey, come here, check this out, and they and they'll sit there and try to hold that shit hostage once they're mad at you or whatever. Fuck that. I ain't with that shit. I don't want them scratched. Yeah, I feel you. Shit, I wonder what kind of games and DVDs you have, Lady Miss. We might have to talk about that. Shit, like, you ready to fight for those? Some Spock and Kirk type fighting. Even low spec Linux laptop. Yeah, damn. Yeah, I know, right? Said had me a batch of vinyl in my high school days. Yeah, like me. LOL. Yeah, with me, I have hundreds of records, 45s records. I have those records that are like a 33 and a third. Those are like a little bit bigger than the 45, but nowhere as big as an album. Something like in the middle or some shit. Like, I have those. I have like hundreds, and I'm not talking like 200 or 300. I'm talking like more like I would have to go to like about 700-800 records. And that's just like the actual albums and stuff themselves. And then 45s and the 33 and the thirds and all that. That's like, oof, I have probably like another 150, 200 of those. And yeah. And then it's like, and then I have a shitload of tapes. Then I have a shitload of CDs. A lot of music. And, the fact that I'm Hispanic, Puerto Rican and Cuban. So even with that shit, it's like, there's a lot of Spanish music, from like the 60s and the 70s. The kind of Spanish, Hispanic music you hear, like when you're watching old Cheech and Chong, movies, and you get to hear like some of the old Spanish music they had, playing in their movies. Like, I don't shit like that, old shit. Celia Cruz, that kind of shit, old. Y'all know who that is. Probably one of the most famous Spanish singing women, in a minute, in a long time. So I have stuff that's over 20 years old and not one scratch. You know what, Lady Miss, you're just like me. I have shit that the only way anything that I own, ever since I've owned it, the only way anything would ever get fucked up would have to be if someone tried to do something to it. But like, let's say like on my own account, like me handling it, taking care of it on a daily, like, as long as it's in my possession and nobody fucking with it, man, I have old toys from when I was a little kid that are still perfect today, that since nobody never touched it, nothing's ever happened to them. And that goes for comic books and everything else. As long as nobody else is handling that shit, that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it's only me, nothing happens to my collection. Once it's something that's outside of me, then that's when my collection gets fucked up or stolen or some shit, Fuck out of here, man. My bad. Like, just thinking about that shit kind of upsets me, man. Like, that hemophilia vinyl is gorgeous. Yes, it is. And I definitely shared that out when I seen you guys. I was like, yeah, my man finally got his shit. Let me retweet that. Let everybody know that my boy got his stuff. There you go, man. That's what's up, man. I'm very careful with my stuff. Yeah. You know, the thing is, you know, one thing I noticed, think about this. The one thing I noticed is nobody's going to treat your shit as well as you treat it. And the only person that really would treat your stuff as well as you treat it is someone that understands what you have, the importance of it, and to know that, you know, like when I buy a comic book in mint condition, it stays in mint condition. So only a person that understands what it means to keep a comic book in mint condition is the only person I think would really treat it and not fuck it up and keep it in mint condition. So it's kind of like it takes one to know one. And it's like if you fucking with people that don't care about, you know, the condition, you know, how things are kept, then you got to dread, you know, them handling your shit. You know, and even if it's something like, let's say if you're moving and you have all this important shit in this box, if it's somebody that doesn't give a fuck about what's in this box, they'll pick the box up, fucking throw it across the room. They don't give a fuck. It ain't theirs. Oh, don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was something important in there. Oh, it's just my you know, my things and all. But the thing is, it ain't you handling it. It's them. And it's crazy because nobody gives, you know, like nobody will handle your shit as well as you do. Why? Because you know how important it is to you. And only somebody that understands that and have their shit stolen or somebody fucking destroyed their shit is only a person that would sit there and be careful with your shit. Why? Because they know how it felt to get their shit destroyed or get their shit handled by somebody that didn't give a fuck about their stuff. It's fucking annoying, man. But it happens, you know, and the only thing I can say to that is when it comes to moving, if you don't want nobody damaging the shit, that your most important shit, move it yourself. That's the only way you're going to guarantee that your shit goes from point A to point B if you're moving, is to make sure that you fucking carry it, you handle it yourself. And that's way, if you break it, it's on you. And you can't get mad at the next motherfucker dropping your shit or throwing your shit across the room or handling a box like they don't give a fuck. That's it. That's the only way. You know, you make sure that your hands are the only hands that that touch this particular item from the time that you pick it up, put it in the car, secure it, get it to where it needs to go. You take it out the car, put it where it needs to go, secure it, blah blah blah, and it's all you. That's it. Los Picklinks laptop, I had weather report, black market that was wrecked. It still sounded way better than CD. You know, it's funny. I was talking to somebody about CDs and records. The reason why an album would always sound better than a CD is because the sound is compressed to fucking put into a CD format. And that way, when you hear it on a CD, it sounds more fucked up than you listening on the album, because the way it was recorded and put on the album is it's the way it sounds. And it's more of a natural sound, and you know, it's more of a natural sound than them taking that and compressing it and put it on a CD, and then you start hearing the flaws and a bunch of other shit. And you know, it's interesting. Yeah. I did my pitch in West Germany. My grandma sold her house, got rid of my vinyl and comics, my clothes. Fuck. I'll say it for you. You know what, Psychodorf 9, what I always wondered about you, this has to be for like the last year and a half, 2 years. What comic books did you actually have? And you know, was your comic book collection big? Was it small? And I'm not asking you to upset you or to make you like rethink about that shit, but I was And I know, like, you've said this like for the last year and a half, 2 years about your collection. Always wondered, what did you actually have? And, you know, I'm always curious, man. I like hearing flaws. CDs just sound dead, for lack of a better word to put it. Yeah, man. Yeah, CDs. Like I said, man, they should have done something different with the sound within formatting. You know, or you know, or transfer music from record to CD. You know, some people just they did it from record. And again, it became a compressed sound. Some people were able to go back into, you know, to the reels, go, you know, get into the masters and actually tune it to better, you know, tune it for a better sound to be converted over into CD form, so that it'll have, you know, it sound more pleasant once it's being played. And you know. And some people just converted it over without caring about the sound quality, and that's what fucked it up a lot too. And that's why, you know, a lot of people, it becomes an ear sore, because when you listen to music for so long and you know better, you hear the drop in quality, and it's like, well, what the fuck, man? You know, especially when you know that the CD is supposed to carry a bit. You know, with a CD, you don't have to worry about the needle skipping. You know, there's a whole bunch of things that made it to where the CD was you know, it was you had to do a lot more damage. You know, it was harder to fuck up CD than it was an actual record. And the fact of how you can insert a CD into a CD player versus you having to go home to get a record player, just listen to your record instead of listening to your record in your car, and you couldn't do that. That's what you got the tape player for. And then easily the CD started taking over the tape player, and that was all they wrote. Wait a minute here. What did I just miss? New Mutants 15 to 200. Iron at 15 to 200. Oh shit. Wait, I thought New Mutants only went to issue 100 and a few issues after issue 100, because that's when Cable came in, huh? And that's when New Mutants stopped becoming New Mutants, and then they became X-Force. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wow. The Jack of Hearts. You know, I used to own the Jack of Hearts limited series. You know, the Jack of Hearts. Boy. That's when comic books was 75 cents. That was a very good limited series. Huh. The Kitty Pryde and Wolverine limited series. Used to own that too, brother. I had all my Marvel comics stolen, so the mastering is different from records versus CDs. Exactly. And the thing is, people weren't doing the mastering correctly in order to get the sound quality up to par when it came to CDs. And that's why a lot of shit fell flat. And after a while of people people start figuring it out, but it was the way of the dodo bird, if you know what I mean. But the dodo bird is trying to come back, so guess y'all be ready for that shit, right? Sable. You mean Silver Sable? If that's what you're talking about. And I own Silver Sable. I think I own almost the whole series, minus maybe 2 or 3 issues. Interesting. Grimjack. Okay. About a long box worth. And you had about 200 pounds of records. Holy shit. It's been a few decades. You're probably right. Yeah, man. Two sets. One set. NRFB. You know, independent comic, Sable, Bounty Hunter. Okay, all right, my bad. I guess I don't know who that Sable is. But if I'm not mistaken, the Silver Sable I'm talking about, you know, nice little bot. Just think about this. A few years ago, my brother gave away my whole G.I. Joe collection. Just think the whole, like, you know, the early 80s, the you know, handheld action figures. I had every last one of them. I had that. I had every G.I. Joe from Duke, Lady J, Scarlet, Roadblock, you name it. I had every last one of them. Bazooka, Shipwreck, dude. What the fuck? The change facing dudes. Dr. Mindbender. I had all the Cobra Commanders. Sergeant Slaughter. I had fucking the Refrigerator Perry, dude. I had Scarlet, Lady J. I had, dude, everybody that had a mutt and his owner. I had Shadow and what. So I had everyone all the way up to when like Serpentor and Sergeant Slaughter showed up. I had every last one of them, dude. And just a few years ago, I was like, yo, man, let me get my G.I. Joes back. Because they were sitting, you know, put up. My brother's like, yo, man, I gave them away. And I was like, what the fuck you mean you gave them away? He was like, yo, went by a children's hospital, and I took all your G.I. Joes and I gave them away. Man, I fucking flipped out, man. I ain't gonna lie, I fucking flipped, man. They all had all the weapons, all in perfect condition. I had every last one of them, dude. Every last one of them. All gone. So, you know, the whole point of that, man, is like when you talk about people mishandling your shit, nobody just doesn't give a fuck, man. Either ready to give your shit away or destroy it or throw it out or just not whatever, man. You know, you like somebody giving away your whole childhood or just breaking your shit, not caring, you know, oh, don't worry, you know, you can find another one at the store knowing that motherfucker's like 30, you know, 30 years old, 20 years old or whatever. It's like, come on, man. So, like I say, man, it's like I understand when you got people, and that's why I say it takes one to know one, man, on this one. So when it comes to like people like look, Stone Loki, I went through his comic book collection, but I tell you what, when I went through his comic book collection, I was going through his comic book collection like it was my comic book collection. Picking up the comic books from the corners, making sure I don't fucking bend the fucking spine. Handling that motherfucker like it's worth $1 million. Shit. Why? Because I know how it is when people handle your shit and they treat it like it ain't worth nothing. So yeah, man, fuck, I get it, man. Fuck. Shit. I'm telling you, man. So and then, the thing is, it's funny how everybody's so quick to get rid of your shit, but they're not so quick to get rid of their own shit. Like, damn, motherfucker, you had to get rid of my shit. Why didn't you give your shit away? But for some fucking reason, it made more sense for them to go dig through your shit and give your shit away, right? Yeah, fuck that. Like, if you want to be so fucking generous, you should have gave them the shit out of your own fucking collection. You want to be generous with my shit, right? Fuck off. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, Lady Miss. Don't mean to be so fucking... Yeah, man, but it's just like, damn, man. Like, yeah, nothing wrong that you want to give to, kids that don't have shit at the hospital. Oh, yeah, but why'd you have to make that decision based off on my shit? You didn't even call me. Didn't even ask me. I didn't think you would miss it. Or I didn't think you would mind. What? Fuck out of here, man. Like, I ain't trying to hear that. That's like... And then end up being mad at you because you're mad at them. Like, fuck out of here. You don't get off that easy. Fuck that, man. You just don't know how many times I've been fucked over like that. You just don't even know. And then if fuck, man. A whole G.I. Joe collection? From what, G1 original 80s? All of them? Fuck out of here, man. Even had the fucking, all the mail, the ones you had to mail in. I'm fucking saving lunch money for and fucking cutting the little UPC deals, with the fucking barcodes and the bullshit on the back for fucking G.I. Joe points and fucking mailing that shit in. Come on, man. Just, it's aggravating, man. It's just like, damn. But you know what? That just goes to show you, man. It's, it made me, it made me learn a lot. That's for sure. And that's why, to be honest, like, if you look in my house right now, I got my whole collection in my house. Like, everything that I own, my whole life is in this house. Like, no shit, man. Easily over 10,000 DVDs, Blu-rays, box sets. Just fucking, like, right now I'm looking at rows of fucking DVDs here in front of me. I got like fucking season 1 of 8 is Enough. I got fucking season 1 of The Girls Next Door with Hugh Hefner and the fucking Playboy bunnies, man. I got like the whole Fast and Furious collection here. Like, just, I got so much shit, man. I got like the whole collection of Dallas, Family Guy, Angel, just different shit. The original Pride and Prejudice in black and white here, I got so much different shit. And Yes, and it's sitting next to my Knights of the Old Republic, PC game that's sitting next to my Battlestar Galactica, you know, uh, complete box set that you see like the head of the Cylon, from 19 what's that 78 79 shit given to me by Stone Low. LOL, you're fine. I appreciate that. Thank you. 24. I sold the 45 pistol to a buddy. Bought it back 3 years later. Somehow he managed to jack it up. So one gear on the cylinder wouldn't turn. Had to send it back to the factory. Damn. Hopefully that didn't cost you a whole lot. It says 78, I think. Yeah, 78. Right. Thank you for that. So when I was around 14, my parents threw away all my stuff. I had tons of model cars and action figures. Said I needed to start acting like a girl, so I cut the heads off of all my sister's dolls. Oh shit, I got grounded, but everyone stopped telling me how to act. Yeah, I know, right? But I guess, as an adult, what can you do at that point, right? Shit. I have to sit there and swallow that one. Fucking sucked though. But at least ain't nobody fucking touching my movies. So, and my comics. And even though all my Marvel was stolen and some pretty important DC stuff was stolen too. Like my whole Batman collection, my whole Superman collection. Fuck, man. You talking like the death of Superman, like my Spider-Man, like all my Venom comics. Oh man, holy shit. Now I think about it. But yeah, it'll definitely change how you collect shit, and it'll definitely change who you share your passions with. That's for damn sure. That's the one thing. Sometimes there's folks in life that if they know that you care about something too much, they'll go out of their way to sabotage it. Whatever it is that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be a collection of something or whatever. Just whatever you enjoy. If a person thinks that you're too attached to it, they'll go out of their way to ruin it for you. You got to be careful with that. Sometimes you got to be careful with who you share, what you're passionate about with. Because sometimes they'll try to fucking strong arm that shit, try to hold it over your head, fucking destroy your collection, do stupid shit. Or try to belittle you and make you feel like what you enjoy ain't worth a fuck, or you need to grow up. Or try to treat you like you're weird because, you still collect comic books or action figures or whatever. It's not like you're fucking playing with them like choo 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 or whatever. You just fucking, you buy the shit, you might keep it in the box, you might take it out the box, put it in the pose, sit it up on some kind of display and just let it chill. But somebody will come in and fucking look at you like, grow up, motherfucker. Like, damn, and you'd be surprised how many people would do you like that. You gotta, you say it works now, huh? I know, right? Lady Miss kick that ass. Yep. Ouch. Says I get that with watching anime. You know what? I love watching cartoons, anime. I love all that shit, man. I'd be damned if I'm gonna sit here and let somebody, I'm not gonna sit there and listen to anybody tell me that, I need to grow up and all this other shit. I'll do that shit and fucking eat a bowl of cereal. I don't care, man. It's like, I guess I'm to a point where, somebody's opinion of me doesn't matter because, it doesn't change who I am at heart. And if person is, somebody would be so judgmental, then that's someone that doesn't know you. And if it's a friend or a family member, then that just kind of, it allows you to see them for who they are, and it's fucked up that sometimes things have to go that way, but you're better off knowing than not knowing. And it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. And playing games. Yeah. Love playing video games. Shit, I'm playing Skyrim and shit. Be damn, somebody gonna tell me about Skyrim. Hell, I'm fucking beating the shot of dragons. I'm doing all kind of shit, man. So wait a minute. It says I spent 5 years us chasing down a particular item in Caliber. Odd-long gun, had to sell it in the divorce. Oh yeah, man. I'm sorry about that, man. Damn. Yeah, man. Sorry about that, man. This is all good at this point. I know, right? At some point, you gotta make peace with losing shit. But I tell you what, man. No, like I'm speaking for me. When I think about it, it still leaves me with a real fucked up feeling. And folks still expect me to act like I'm supposed to be cool with that, man. And I'm not. And nobody, and it's even more fucked up when nobody tries to make it right with you after they've, fucked you over in that way. That's the thing that kind of that's another thing that kind of burns, man. Yeah, well, you live and you learn, right? But I guess the awesome part about all this is all the shit that I'm collecting, I'm sharing it with y'all, man. So fuck everybody else. And I'm going to have a way to actually, I'm going to find a way to actually show off a lot of shit. I'm working on something. I'm working on a few things. And I'm going to have to find a way to upgrade on. I have to figure out something, man. I have to figure out something. But in due time, one step at a time. But if I can, I'm gonna find a way to start showing you guys movies. That's one thing I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna work on that and showing you guys comic books, great stories, comic book collections, different shit. I'm putting in work on figuring out a better way to do it. It's gonna take me a little bit of time, but and Loki said he'll help me, see what I can do to show some stuff. So it'll be interesting. I have VCRs, DVDs, DVD player, show a bunch of different stuff. Looking forward to it. You know what, Low Spec? You're the second person to tell me that. First person told me a long time ago. I think it might have been Rob. I think Rob told me that Discord might be a good way to go with the movies. The thing is trying to put it through Discord to show movies that I have here at home, not no digital shit from nothing. Like something that I can pop in, hit play, and let you guys watch. Figure that out. If you say I can go through Discord and do that, then that's exactly what I need to do. And, do it a few times a month. Let everybody vote on the genre, vote on the movie, and boom, hit play, let it happen. Watch parties are fun. And me doing this Picard review that I've been doing on Friday mornings with Loki and Dave Bob and Rambling Canuck and Arwen Avalon on Friday mornings. That's my first experience doing a watch party, like any kind of watch party experience. That has been my first, because I sit there and I watch the show with them, and then from there do the review. So spend from like 7 to 8, we're watching Picard, and then from 8 in the morning till whatever time we finish, we are doing the Picard review. And this is my first watch party experience I've ever had in my life with anybody. And I was like, you know what? This is some cool shit. It's like, I want to do this. I want to do this watch. I got so much shit. Man, I'll probably show y'all some shit y'all ain't never seen since y'all were kids. Like, bring back memories, man. Enjoy some shit you probably thought you'd never see again. I know out of over 10,000 things to watch, I have something that y'all have never heard of, never seen, or probably seen once and would love to see it again. And something you can't find. It's like this. I got some stuff. Then I got some underground shit too that I want to show. Oh, now that's gonna be the racy shit right there. Trust me, man. During the times when YouTube was first starting, and there was a lot of black market shit going on, just as much as you like the beginnings of YouTube, any and everything that was fucking whatever was being shown on YouTube, and a lot of that shit was also coming out underground, bootleg and shit like that, and that's the only way you'll get it. And it's for that racy underground bootleg shit that you'll never find nowhere else. I still have a bunch of that stuff. I would love to show y'all some wild shit that from it'd be cool, and just some interesting stuff. Nothing racy or nothing like that. Man, there's a lot of wild shit, man. I would have to go through it and explain it to y'all, let y'all vote on it, and we take it from there. I do own 1978 Westworld. I got it on Blu-ray, actually. Hell, I love to sit back and watch it with y'all. Yeah, with Yul Brynner. If you're talking about the actual movie, I have it on Blu-ray. Yeah, so yeah, I got that. So yeah, there's so much shit, and I have something from every genre except for chick flicks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't mean to upset or disappoint, but I just can't, man. So that's if it's if it's a chick flick, I just can't. And I've been called. I've been said that I was not so the romantic type for not indulging in that. So I've been so. You know, I don't have no girlfriend. I'm single, whatever, you know, all that good stuff. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like, you know, in the past, you know, since I don't, you know, so I'm not the chick the kind of guy, you know, I was like, you know, you need to lighten up and enjoy the chick flicks. And it's like, nah, I just can't do it, man. Just can't, man. It's just, you know, I just be rolling my eyes all the fucking time, man. You know, I'd rather that we just watch something, you know, that we both agree on than just like forcing me to watch that shit, man. But yeah. But that was many moons ago, not now. Now I'm just a lonely cowboy. Yeah. What's up, Zax? What's going on, brother? So I don't like those either. See, lady of my own heart. It's all good. Yeah, I just can't. I can't do them, man. They just seem hokey to me, man. And I just can't fuck with it. You know, and it's like watching like the Oxygen channel. Oh, Hallmark channel. Oh, fuck, man. Oxygen, Hallmark, like what do they call them? The chick channels. I think there was another channel too that I just can't just fuck. Oh, just can't do them. Shit. Oxygen. Oh my God. I don't even know if Oxygen is still around anymore. But yo, that channel used to make me just fucking cringe, man. Hallmark. Oh. And then I think there was one more channel that makes me feel like I don't know what. For reals, sarcasm detected. Oh shit. Here you go, Lady Miss. She says unless they blow up at the star. At the star, you know, yeah, if they blow up at the star of the film, right. I understand that. Oh, if they blow up at the start of the film, I get you. I understand. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Shit. I know I can't yeah, but you know, again, action, comedy, horror, science fiction, you know, thriller, drama, westerns, musicals, documentaries, superhero movies, stand-up comedy, also live concerts and all that shit, like on DVD, you know, stuff like all that. Let's go. So at least you know I'm game for a lot of other shit, right? It's a Wonderful Life. It's a good flick, but I never made it past the title. You know what? Psycho Dwarf 9, we all need to get past the title. You know, it's funny you say that. You know, there's actually a few things that I've actually popped in. Like, you know, a movie that I watched. I sat there, it loaded up. I see the title screen. It says, you know, play movies, scene selection, special features, all that other shit. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it. And for something inside of me like, nah, fuck it. And I'll just hit the eject button, get that shit out, put it back in the DV case, and put that shit right back where I got it from. And I don't know why I do that from time to time, not always. But yeah, I've been guilty of doing the exact same shit. So now I don't, you know, that's, you know, but then it gets to a point that after a few times of doing it, I'd be like, yo, you know, stop being chicken, you know, pop it in one time and try to at least get into the first 30 minutes to see what, you know. And at that point, you start breaking it down in increments. You get past the title screen. You're looking at you're looking at the time. You're looking at a good stopping point, and if you feel good with it, then you keep watching. If not, well, it's a good movie. You can, pull it back out. And I've done that a few times, and I had to inch my way through some shit. And then after I think about it, I'd be like, oh no, I wouldn't. It wasn't bad at all. I was, it was in my head. I was tripping sometimes, and be like, well, fuck it. It is what it is, man. We all have our reasons for popping something in and popping something right back out. I've done it before. So yeah, I don't think that, it's you. I've done it. So yeah. I'm with you on that. Man, what do you guys got going on for a Friday night? Me, Friday night, I'm gonna work on a video. Well, when I get off here, I'm gonna grab me something to eat, and I'm gonna work on a video and get ready for tomorrow with Paulie. I plan to show off some comic books, some stuff that I have tucked away in the collection, and talk about DC, I guess as a whole, a little bit comic books, a little bit with pop culture, movies, what's going on, with everything, and, try to make some memories with it, have a good time with it. So that's what I got going on. Low Spec, my brother, what did you say? Do you have Putney Swope? Nah, I've never even. Who's Putney Swope? I never heard of that. If you can send me something, I would love to check it out. Low Spec got some good taste in music and stuff. So if it's a musician, yeah, let me know something about it. I would love to check it out, man. You have not stirred me wrong yet, brother. So definitely trust your taste, man. Anyone besides me seen Zeppelin, Michael York, Elkie Sommer, 1978? It's crazy. I do have some Zeppelin stuff here, like on CD. I do have some Zeppelin documentaries. Again, I have musical documentaries. I have live concerts on DVD. I have a lot of I have stuff, and when we get to it, we'll definitely be voting on a lot of that shit. I have like Doors. I have Doors documentaries, like backstage footage, stuff. I got just different groups. Marvin Gaye live in concert, Smokey Robinson live in concert, Jimi Hendrix live in concert, Dolly Parton live in concert, Adele live in concert. Just different. Right here I'm looking at ZZ Top live in concert. I'm looking at BB King live in concert. What am I looking at here? So and that's just different random shit that I'm just popping off that's sitting here right in front of me. So AC/DC, Metallica, all live in concert, different concerts. So I have a lot of different shit, that way yeah, a lot of different stuff. Zach says I'm going to see John Wick tonight. You know what? Can't wait to hear your review on that. Heard nothing but good stuff about it. So, but then I'm hearing something funky going on with critic scores. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that, or if some entity is projecting to try to fuck over the John Wick franchise by saying, hey, this one's ain't worth this last one ain't worth a fuck. And hopefully there's not a narrative trying to be spun out there, but from folks that I trust, like you and Loki and other people, I keep hearing that John Wick is whipping ass. So yeah, when you check it out, man, drop the review, man. I know you'll be honest with it. So definitely looking forward to that. To my man Zax, thank you for that, man. I'm looking forward to that, bro. Oh, it's a movie. It's an old movie. You know what? I think I skipped something here. Wait a minute. Lady Miss says, then the lovey-dovey stuff ends in action. There you go. And then action, there you go. So, Putney Swope is a movie. I'm going to have to look that up, brother. I'm going to have to look that up, man. Thank you for letting me know that. I saw Plant and Page. Huh. I've never seen Plant and Page. Said the worries. Probably hate it. Well, this one says, oh, wow. Putney Swope is on YouTube, 1969, directed by Robert Downey Sr. Okay, well, I'm going to check that out, man. I'm going to have to check that out. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to check that out. No Quarter Tour, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page. Yeah, I might check that out, man. Jimmy Page. Yeah. Yeah, I know about Jimmy Page. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get on that, man. But I tell you what, guys, I am going to get my tush up out of here and get me something to eat. Definitely need to eat something. So hopefully, if you guys aren't busy tonight, in about 5.5 hours, you'll come join us over at Loki's Mornings of Mischief. And if not, hopefully we'll see you over at Latino Slants tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. So hopefully, I'll get the chance to see y'all tonight and tomorrow. Yes, time for lunch. There you go. Oh, it's lunch over there? I wonder where you at, Lady Miss. Good question. Well, it's lunch somewhere in the world, right? It's lunch somewhere. I know for me, lunch is overdue in my book. I've it's been calling for me for a few hours, and I've neglected the call of lunch. So I definitely gotta. Oh, California. That means you're 3 hours behind. Okay, so it is. I get it. It does make sense. Yeah. Yeah, it's time for lunch. Be careful. All right, be seeing you. Psychodorf 9, take it easy. And everyone take care. And you're in California. That's awesome. Y'all, man, that's fucking awesome. Always wanted to see California. Always wanted to see California. Heard it's beautiful in a lot of places. Yes, LOL typo. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm making many typos. Nah, that's you doing great. You're doing great. But yeah, I'd love to see California sometime. Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, please, if you guys aren't doing anything, please join us. You guys are more than welcome to join us tonight. Hopefully, we'll see y'all tomorrow. So yeah, go ahead and get y'all some rest, get you something to eat, like I am, and enjoy the rest of your night. Play some games. I wonder what games y'all be playing. Shit, I know I'll be on Skyrim trying to figure out a few things. So, the mods on Skyrim are crazy. I'll tell you that. They're fucking crazy. I'm on the Xbox One, so. But yeah, man, I'd love to play some games with y'all sometime. Hopefully, I can upgrade to something, and we can play something that's cross-platform or whatever. So I know a lot of folks do PlayStation and PCs, but man, I know there's games out there that we can play cross-platform. Hopefully we can agree on a game and play something sometime. That'll be awesome. I would love to do that. All right, be safe. Yeah, man. You take it easy, Cycle Dwarf 9. Everybody be safe. Y'all take care. Lady says, "Oh, we'll do my best to be there." Well, thank you. You're always very supportive, and we all appreciate you. We appreciate every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for being here, having our backs, having my back, looking out for your boy. You guys are awesome. And shit, man, there's no one else. There's no one else out there like y'all. So just thankful to be a part of a great group of people, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all take it easy. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. And if not, hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow. And y'all take care. And Low Spec says, Command and Conquer, Red Alert, Open RA Engine does multi-platform online multiplayer. All right. Command and Conquer. Shit, we can see what's up with that. So, all right. Appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you, man. So with that, you guys take care. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. You guys be safe. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. And thank you all for everything that you guys have done for me. You guys, shit, man, you guys keep me going, man. Appreciate y'all and thank y'all. And looking forward to seeing y'all next time. Take it easy and go get y'all something to eat, man. And y'all be easy, man. Peace.